we are calling on the Inspector General of Police to arrest all of them because nobody is above the law. Now, as regard the call by our presidential candidate, it's quite unfortunate, and that shows the kind of character, this man is going to show. Had him being, he was even the one, that was elected. I know Mr. Peter Obi wouldn't know much, about politics in Nigeria then because he will still be doing, his business, if not for this Labour Party matter, that brought him to limelight. And I also want him to know that our constitution is not like PDP where it's coming from, or ABGA.
The polity has been heated. Various political parties are running helter-skelter to clean up their mess, as well as the Independent National Electoral Commission is also running helter-skelter to clean up its mess. The Labour Party too are in a sort of dual catastrophe, political pandemonium here, talking about the Labour Party running helter-skelter to reclaim its alleged stolen mandate, and then also the same Labour Party in loggerheads with itself, hence the saying, a kingdom risen against itself. I have updates for you on issues pertaining to the Labour Party, and aside that, I also have allegations leveled against the factional part of the Labour Party led by the Lamidi Akpa and Ansley Meragbe and so on. I also have updates on Peter Obi and his recent sojourn in Anambra State at the summit for the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN. So stay tuned with us as I give you these updates one by one. Of course, my name is Angelo and you're welcome to Nation's Voice Tower. So without wasting much of your time, I will blow hot this time around because this particular news update is blowing hot. So again, Abayomi Arabambi, the factional publicity secretary of the Labour Party, that is the Lamidi Akpa-led faction of the Labour Party, has blown hot this time around. He has not left anything to chance. He couldn't sieve any of his speeches, neither did he hide anything from whatever he was saying. Arabambi has been trending on the news for the wrong reasons, pitching his tent with the Apapa-led faction over time. Now, I would call this the last nail that has been, or that has nailed the coffin, because this time around he has come out to address even his principal, Peter Obi. I think what Arabambi said about Peter Obi here cannot be reconcilable, or is irreconcilable, because even if it were a case where there was enmity in the party, which is kind of building up right now, I don't think Abayomi Arabambi would outrightly come out and call Peter Obi names as very, very bad or as worse as this. Okay, now he has castigated Peter Obi and also the Labour Party, the same party he supports. Okay, that it is now clear that Arabambi has or was paid to, in fact, he was paid handsomely to kind of bring about factionalism in the Labour Party. Remember, sometime during the election primaries, that Arabambi was seen raising the hands of somebody from another party in far away the southwest. Now, this is a case of a kingdom risen against itself. So finally, the mole in the Labour Party has been exposed. Arabambi Abayomi, the National Publicity Secretary, as well as others. Let me allow you watch a video clip in his own house to tell you how free he was to make these statements. In his own house, he was interviewed by a newsman, and he came out. He didn't hide anything. He rained insults upon insults on Peter Obi, which is not supposed to be so. If not for political purposes, you should respect your founding fathers or your elder ones in the political realm, or in the political system. Now, I'll allow you watch Arabambi and listen to the derogatory statements he aimed at Peter Obi and the Labour Party. So sad. Watch it.
Now, as regard the call by our presidential candidate, it's quite unfortunate, and that shows the kind of character, this man is going to show. Had him being, he was even the one, that was elected. But he had failed to tell Nigerians that when he was being challenged by Duba in his own election, nobody called for interim governor. Nobody called that the speaker then, should be sworn in as the acting governor. He was there and he won his case. When Anduba was suddenly declared, as the winner, the man stayed there until when the court removed him. And I also want to remind our presidential candidate, probably, I don't think he even know much about Nigeria in 1979. He should be a astute businessman, running his bank and his grocery shop, by then. I know Mr. Peter Obi wouldn't know much, about politics in Nigeria then, because he will still be doing, his business, if not for this Labour Party matter, that brought him to limelight. So that's for that. That call is not acceptable to the Labour Party. And I also want him to know that our constitution is not like PDP where it's coming from, or ABGA, where their sole governor is the leader of the party in Nigeria. No. Labour Party culture is very, very explicit. The national chairman is the leader of the party. They did not give any elected executive of our party as the leader, and that has remained in our constitution. So most of them, they are ignorant, of the constitution of the Labour Party. They just assume, the PDP they are coming from is like, the third Labour Party is like PDP where they are coming from. So for him or any other one calling for interim administration, we are calling on the General Police to arrest all of them because nobody is above the law. You cannot plunge Nigeria to war and you say you want to rule that country. We, Labour Party, we are saying capital no to such evil call by Peter Obi that Arabambi admit to should not be sworn in. I don't know, the reason for him, but as far as I am concerned, we came third in that election behind the PDP. But today in the election petition tribunal, we are not challenging PDP that came second. And that means we are saying that the vote allocated to PDP is correct in the eyes of the law. But the PDP that Obi is defending is now challenging the validity of the election that brought Ahmed Bola Tinubu into power. I mean, as a president-elect. PDP is saying, oh, I score the lawful majority vote. Labour Party is saying, no, the vote you have, we are not even challenging because it's in accordance with what we believe in. So that was why he excluded deliberately with Abure, excluded the People Democratic Party after their shenanigans with them. He was now challenging the result of APC. So how on earth will he not cover his eyes in shame for excluding PDP? Why must you not challenge the second person? You are challenging the first. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to play a run-up between PDP and APC. As far as we are concerned, Obi is not doing anything in that election petition. He's only, he's only trying to, play on people's intelligence. But most of us that he met in this politics, we are wiser. So for him to call like just we have said, anyone henceforth calling for establishment of interim administration, treating fire and bistro in Nigeria, threatening the peace of Nigeria, conducting themselves, in a manner that is likely to contribute to peace, they should be arrested. They are not members of the Labour Party. These are the people I call obedient. So if Obi falls into that category, if Abure, the Sovereign National Chairman, falls into that category, that remains their name. But as we are concerned, every obedient, which I believe Obi must have learned a lesson, he must never be seen calling for an interim administration. Supposing he's the one that won, how will he feel if Ahmed Bola Tinubu and Atiku are calling for interim administration? If they say no, follow the due process, he must just not be appropriating and reprobating. He is in the tribunal with Labour Party. Fine. Let us pursue our case. Once we believe there is only a legislative tribunal that can give for justice, we have tabled some far before them. Let us wait until when they make their judgment. And we must also abide by it. Because if we are not ready to abide by it, if the something goes in our favor, and the other people now say no, they are not going to agree, what do we want to say? Despite all this acrimony, that we are just trying to cause, within the Nigerians and judiciary. That's our point on that. So the obedient are the people who want to cause war in Nigeria, married themselves clandestinely, as Labour Party members. They are not a member. They are just a bunch of thugs who want to, use Labour Party cover to call mayhem in Nigeria. And I am telling Nigerians today, I am telling the Director General of Police with due respect, I am telling the Director General of SSS with due respect that they are not members of the Labour Party. If anyone called for a certain interim administration, including Peter Obi, they should be arrested.
Welcome back. Don't forget, this is the Nation Voice, your most preferred YouTube channel. I would urge you to make sure you like our videos. Always subscribe to this channel if you are an incoming subscriber. Then if you are an already existing subscriber, make sure you tap the notification bell so you could get an update from us anytime we drop any. And don't forget to watch this video till the end because I have power-packed updates for you on the Nigerian polity. Yes, and don't forget to make it go viral too by sharing to people in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So that was Abayomi Arabambi there. With those statements, I don't think he can be forgiven by the Labour Party or by the Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party, even including Peter Obi himself, because for somebody to come out and make statements like this to the extent of ordering the arrest of Peter Obi, that's too bad. So my take on this is simple. There is no party member, or there is no a kind of gathering that doesn't have a Judas. Yes, that is just the truth about it. So no party member can say that this wasn't alleged or this wasn't staged. Let me use the word staged. It was staged because you can't come out from the breeze and sabotage a party that you've been with, you claim to have been with for the past 15 years. So for this to happen over trivial issues, which you were present when these issues were deliberated on, and then you're coming out now, that means somebody has tipped you with some handsome amount of money for you to now act in contrary to your family. So we can say that Arabambi and the Lamidi Akpapa-led faction are the Judas. Even in other parties where there were issues of factionalism or issues of anti-party activities, like the PDP during when Nyesom Wike of Rivers State and then the G5 governors had issues with Yoshia Ayu, who was the then chairman of the PDP. There were no statements like this. Outrightly, everything was resolved and the chairman was asked to step down for some reasons. Although the Supreme Court is not supposed to come in a case where the party chairman of the Labour Party, according to the constitution of the Labour Party, is involved. So, according to Lamidi Akpapa, why the judiciary had to come in this case is because they felt that it couldn't longer be handled at party level. So, that's my take, and I will continue to say that Akpapa and his led faction are on a wild goose chase. In another development, I have an update from the legal advisor of the Labour Party, okay, the national legal advisor of the Labour Party, Kehinde Edun. Now, as a proof to the fact that the Lamidi Akpapa-led faction of the Labour Party are being paid to factionalize the Labour Party, okay, with the sole aim of truncating to a high degree the ongoing presidential elections petitions tribunal. And then, in this week, the national advisor of the Labour Party, who I earlier mentioned, Kehinde Edun, stated that the legal backing that the Lamidi Akpapa-led faction have now is due to the fact that it has been paid for already by the political warlords or by their pay masters, okay? Now, the secrets of the Akpapa-led faction has been exposed by Kehinde Edun today, okay? He went further to give proofs of the various bribes that were collected by Lamidi and his people, okay? And then he gave reasons why different individuals in the Labour Party now pitch tents with Lamidi due to one or two tips or monetary tips they've collected, okay, to actually, or with the sole aim of factionalizing the Labour Party. Now, watch this.
They are just creating problem. They just want to create some confusion. They are being paid, they are hired agents, they are hired lists. What do you want to do? There is a momentum now in Nigeria.
That is the word going around.
Yes.
That they are being paid.
Yes.
Give us an understanding of that dimension.
The dimension is there is a momentum now in Nigeria. The masses of Nigeria, they have taken their own destiny in their own hands and they are ready to cause a change. This momentum is making some people uncomfortable. Those who are benefiting from the status quo, those who are benefiting from the old order, where people dictate to people, that old order, some people are comfortable with it because they are enjoying it. But now the masses of Nigeria, they have moved. These are an exodus. And there is a momentum. And they are afraid. Why they are attacking the party now was because formerly, they didn't take the party too seriously. But they have seen what the party is doing. And they now believe that, let us try to scotch you this momentum. Let us try to...
On the Julius Abure side, the belief is that Lamidi Akpapa and the rest are being paid. That's what you said.
Yes, they are being paid.
By who? Who is paying them?
Political opponents, of course. There are some political parties who are afraid.
18 political parties.
Yes, it will be the major ones.
Who are those?
The APC, majorly.
Are the ones
yes. Now, this is...
So you think... So your belief and your accusation tonight is that the APC, according to you, is funding Lamidi Akpapa to scuttle or to distort or to dismember the Labour Party. Is that your position tonight?
Yes, all the political parties that stole votes in the last election, APC and some PDP in some areas, who stole the votes of a Labour Party, now we are now at the tribunal. And they are seeing the way we are going. They are seeing that we are going to win most of our cases at the tribunal. And they have seen that, how do we do it? Can we weaken this movement? Can we slow them down?
Do you have evidence of this allegation?
Yeah, I've said it. They have been writing to tribunals to withdraw cases. Arabambi has signed letters to the tribunal that say that Labour Party is withdrawing. You know, but this is it's all a joke. There's no way they can get away with it.
Is that the evidence of money taken?
Yes, they are reaching. How will they do it? They are being paid to do it. How will they write letters to tribunals withdrawing petitions filed by the
Yes, welcome back. You've heard it there from Kehinde Egun. He couldn't or he wouldn't come to allege such or to make such allegations if he doesn't have facts on ground. So someone who is in the internal system of the party, like Kehinde there, cannot just come out and make allegations, because these are not time for allegations. These are times to wash dirty linens outside, and he has just done one. So that is that from that end. If you ask me my take on this, I will tell you that, of course, still there are existing Judas in this particular case, because the APC is playing high antics to distract the judiciary. Okay, if you ask me, the APC is playing a high level or high degree of antics and foul play in order to distract the judiciary and to cut down the level of legitimate human support and social media support that has been garnered by the Labour Party and Peter Obi inclined movement over time. Because as Obedience and as Nigerians are concerned, they wouldn't stop staging protests online, offline, in front of the Court of Appeal, in front of office parastatals, in front of government offices and buildings until their mandate is being achieved. So if the APC have really observed that Nigerians wouldn't back down without a fight, especially just like what happened during the NSAS, then they have to use other means. This is politics. This is Nigerian politics. Of course, the polity is crying already. The polity has headache. The polity has been crippled and is going to be grieved right now, or to be put in sand. Okay, so I would not use buried, because there are still people upholding the polity. So let us say put in sand. Now, to finally draw the curtain on this particular update, I will tell you that the final stage of this plan for the APC is for the Lamidi Apapa-led faction to withdraw the case filed by the Labour Party and Peter Obi at the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. And this is going to be the final nail that nails the coffin of the Labour Party, after which the APC would now take a sigh of relief and carry on with their activities. That is that. Although, so thank you for joining us. I will give you a last update. Then this is going to be so harmonizing and hope-giving to Obedience and Nigerians. Yes, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, because this particular update is worth talking about. At the summit for the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, yesterday in Anambra State, where Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, was present. Okay, Peter Obi came out when he was invited to give the crowd a sort of remark, and obviously he said that was where he said he would become the president of Nigeria someday. Now, aside that is no longer news. Obi had this to say, and when he was called upon, he made us understand the reasons why Nigeria can work if people feel Nigeria cannot work. He gave reasons why he feels that states like Adamawa State, states like Borno State, and states like Yobe State should actually thrive ahead of other countries like Israel, the Vatican City, and Kosovo. So let me allow you watch Peter Obi in this particular remark he gave at the PENGASN summit yesterday. This is going to give you hope, and this sounds like a sound president that is coming on seat if given the opportunity to. Watch Peter Obi make his remarks.
Here are the owners of the party that I represent, and I don't want to lose my job. So I thank you for inviting me. I'm sure it's a delegate conference. I can only but wish you the best of deliberation and continue to talk about Nigeria. Mr. President, thank you for that very long, detailed speech. Whenever you listen to things like this, and at times want to decide, say a few things that might not be in support of my own sister, because the chairperson is my sister. But when they say we wash our dirty linens in public, there's nothing you can do Because the thing is already in the public. You're just doing, because there's nothing you can do. It is we that are in government that is actually doing that. How do you, Mr. Chairperson, see what our brother read today? That we are going to face hunger strike in a country like Nigeria, where there's vast, fertile land. And he mentioned 3 states that is going to be mostly affected. Borno State, Adamawa and Yobe. These 3 states, Borno State is the second biggest state in Nigeria, with 70.9 thousand square kilometers. Followed by, among the 3 states, Yobe is 45.5, and Adamawa is 36.5. 3 of them put together is 108,000 square kilometers. That is 5 times the size of Israel. Israel is 22.1. And so if you size Israel is 210 and this is 110. And Israel is doing food exports. And these people can't feed themselves. That is what is wrong. And that is what we must fix to stop washing our dirty linen in public. I wish you the best of deliberation.
Yes, if you ask me, I will tell you that the polity is like a form of dating or a relationship sort of system where people really have to go with what you say and what they hear you say. Because in a case where you come out and don't say anything to the people as regards your manifesto and what you have for Nigerians in mind, people wouldn't really follow you. That likens it to a relationship where you talk to the person involved or your partner, and your partner follows you because of what you say and the plans you have for the future and for the present. Now, Peter Obi is always coming out to tell Nigerians what he wants to do for them and what he can do for them. That alone is enough reason for Nigerians to believe in his capabilities and his competence, okay? Now, according to, as regards other political parties and their candidates, it's very, very hard for you to hear Asiwaju telling you what he can do for you over time without making 1 or 2 mistakes or even delving into another affairs or switching into another topic as he talks. Atiku Abubakar always comes out, yes, to say 1 or 2 things, but we've tested him before, and Nigerians have seen how he has fared over time, leadership-wise. So, for Peter Obi to always come up to tell people what he can do for them, we've seen his work in Anambra State, we've seen his work with the Fidelity Bank and so on, we've seen his job with the Hero Company, the alcoholic producing company, Hero. So, we will continue to say, if given the chance, who knows, he might be the succor Nigerians need. He may be the shepherd Nigerians have been waiting for. He may be the Messiah, the long-awaited Messiah for so long. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to join me later for my next update. See you next time. Bye.